Hey, third grade, it's Mrs. Enos, and here's my daughter Catherine with her guinea pig Callie, and she is in the same family as a hamster in the rodent family. And we were at the end of chapter 2, and if you remember, Beaver was going to use Dweeb Crusher on Sam until they heard a growling sound. Here, chapter 3 starts with this really cute picture. There it is. "Hey, look! It's the dumb barking gerbil," said Beaver. He stared up at Hamstersaurus Rex, who was clinging to the string that held the solar system directly above Beaver's head. "Hamstersaurus Rex," I said. Beaver turned to glare at me. "Martha Jr." "Right. Sorry, Martha Jr." Above him, Hamstersaurus Rex was beginning to chew on the string. "Now, where were we?" said Beaver. I think you had decided that violence was never the answer, and you were about to let me go with a stern warning." Beaver scratched his head, confused. "Are you sure? Because that doesn't really sound like something I'd—" There was a snap, then a crash, and Beaver Vanderkoff was lying flat on the ground under a pile of plastic wrap and peony planets. I blinked. Hamstersaurus Rex had gnawed clean through the string. He'd saved me. "Mom, are we at Grandma's yet?" moaned Beaver. If he could moan, he wasn't dead, which was good. Sort of, I guess. "Thanks," I said to Hamstersaurus Rex, still dangling from the string on the ceiling. I held my hands out to catch him. "Now, why don't you come down from there?" And that's what he did. Except instead of jumping into my outstretched hands, he dropped right onto the top of my head. Which, even though I'm pretty pro-hamster, felt super weird. And I may have screamed. A lot. And this may have scared Hamstersaurus Rex, which is probably why he scurried down my back and squeezed underneath the door of the classroom. "Sorry, I have a very sensitive scalp," I cried. "Please don't go away." But he didn't wait. Out in the hall, once again, I caught a flash of his furry orange butt disappearing around a corner. I ran as fast as I could, but Hamstersaurus Rex was faster. He darted down the stairs, and I followed. By the time I made it to the end of the hallway, he was nowhere to be seen. I stood at the door of the school gymnasium. This had to be where Hamstersaurus Rex had gone. My watch said 10 till 4. My mom would be here to pick me up any minute. Still, I couldn't just let Hamstersaurus Rex disappear again. Inside the gym, it was dark and quiet. I squinted. Was that a flash of movement racing toward Coach Weeks' office? I ran toward the door and threw it open. The lights were on. Coach Weeks', our mustached gym teacher, stood facing a full-length mirror. He held a protein shake in one hand and an old-fashioned trophy in another. He didn't see me. You want to see the picture? "And now, representing the town of Maple Bluffs at the Regional Personal Fitness Championship," said Coach Weeks in a strange announcer voice, "Leslie Weeks, a.k.a. the Velvet Shark." Coach Weeks took a swig of protein shake and then flexed all the muscles he had. He didn't have many. Again, the announcer voice. "Wow, will you look at that physique, folks? I wouldn't be surprised if Weeks is awarded the special jury prize for best calf muscles. Looks like he's got 2 hams stuffed into his socks, doesn't it? You know, the winner of this competition will go on to nationals and will probably become famous and rich, and no one will ever laugh at his mustache again. Weeks is the strong favorite, pun intended, because, as we all know, he's already a winner." Weeks held his trophy and smiled into the mirror, then flexed some more. I slowly took a step backward. One of the floorboards creaked. Coach Weeks whipped around. He looked mortified. "Gibbs," he said, "what are you doing here? My office is my personal— School let out 20 minutes. Why are you here? Gibbs!" "Sorry, I said. I thought this was the bathroom. Well, it's not. And next time you should knock because I'm doing important coach stuff in here. Good manners are a part of fitness too, you know. Right. Sorry, I said again. I turned to go, but as I did, something caught my eye. In a hole at the base of the wall, beside Coach Weeks's mirror, I saw a tiny pair of black eyes looking back at me. What are you gawking at, Gibbs? Asked Coach Weeks. Your trophy, I lied, pointing to the one in his hand. Coach Weeks gazed at it lovingly. The trophy had a sculpture on top, an angry looking child with a build of a superhero. Weeks smiled. Little Mr. Muscles won it when I was your age for general physical excellence. Knuckles up, the 60-foot sandbag drag. Now that was a real competition. Wow, knuckles up. That sounds really awesome. I lied, stalling as I inched toward the hole in the wall. I wish we had, something like that today. Coach Weeks stroked his mustache. Gibbs, it's not a half bad idea. You really think so, Coach? I said. I was barely a foot from the hole now. I crouched down and reached out my hand. Sam? I turned. It was my mom. I've been looking everywhere for you, she said, frowning. Why weren't you in the library? Sorry, I said. I thought this was the bathroom. Coach Weeks shot my mom a concerned look. She sighed. Okay, well, it's a time to, my mom froze. It's time to, achoo! And she sneezed, which is the loudest sound my mom ever makes. I can't say for sure, but it might be the loudest sound known to science. Coach Weeks and I both jumped a foot into the air. Sorry, said my mom, wiping her nose. I must be allergic to something. Muscles? Said Coach Weeks hopefully. I don't think so, she said. As far as I know, my mom is allergic to one thing, furry animals. And it's the reason we have a hairless cat instead of, a hamster. Speaking of no hamsters, when I turned to look at the hole again, Hamstersaurus Rex wasn't there. And that's the end of chapter 3, which was kind of a short one. Now you should prepare yourself. Chapter 4 is about twice as long. See you later. Same time, same place, tomorrow. Say bye to Callie.